and girls of the Vaping community, it's Dad Vapor here coming at you with another review in my dorm room, my studio, my messy studio, but don't worry about that. It's all good. Anyways, let's go to the review time. I'm going to review the rig mod by Vaping America. Let me take a quick toke for you and show how it performs. Performs super well. It's a very hard-hitting mod, and I'm about to tell you why. It takes about 4 pounds of pressure for this button to get pushed in, so which is great for putting it in your pocket, putting it on the ground. I can put it on my desk right now, not have to worry about it firing. It is 25 millimeters wide. It is 110 millimeters in length, and it is littered with OFC copper contacts. So, which I really enjoy. So it's super cool, and I'm currently running it on this little boy with a 0.15 ohm dual coil in here. Let's dive down into this thing and kind of look at its dirty little secrets, its pros and cons, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. So let's start with the pros. The pros are it's super solid. It's super solid. I feel it's like about 2 pounds-ish, give or take, a couple, pounds, whatever. Anyways, it has a great button. It's not recessed, but it is definitely a great button. Like I said, you could set it down, not have to worry about it firing, because it has that spring in there that takes 4 pounds of pressure to push in on it. It's super clean. One of the main attractions to this mod is going to be the etching on the side of it. Copper contacts. This thing is fantastic with copper contacts. Like I said, it's littered with copper contacts. By littered, I mean it has 2. So it has the adjustable 510 connection here, so you can adjust it to fit your battery. So if you have a flat top, you have a nipple top, you can adjust it. It'll work just fine there. One thing I did notice with this is that you want to make sure that you don't adjust it too far, because if you do adjust it to where it's like sitting perfectly on there, it's touching on there, you don't have to push the button, it's gonna auto fire. That kind of goes without saying though. What I like about these kinds of adjustable pins here though is that you can find another mod with an adjustable setting here, and you can actually interchange it. So if you have like a stainless steel adjustable contact and another mod, take that one from that one, pick it out, put it in this guy, works just fine. On the bottom, on the inside here, it's got that copper contact inside down there, which is super enjoyable. Love it. Another thing that I really like this is it's very simple. It's super simple. And by that, I mean that the button is as simple as it can be. Let me take this out. And another thing I like about this button is that you actually have to take some time and kind of twist it out. So that relieves the stress of it accidentally coming out and all of it falling out and not knowing how to put it back together. Because that's happened to me a couple times with some of my mods, and I've kind of like flipped shit about all that. So let's dive down into the button. The button contains 3 different components. It contains the actual copper contact, it contains the spring that requires 4 pounds of pressure, and the actual button itself. No engravies on the bottom. I think it would look cool with engravies on the bottom, but because it doesn't, that's what adds it to its super clean factor. So if this button ever does somehow fall out, this is how you kind of put it back together. Drop this guy into your mod, kind of jiggle it around a little bit to kind of so where it's sitting, flush, or not flush, but it's like the screws are pointed down, and then you stick the spring back onto the button. Take a screwdriver, take the top piece of it, stick it down there, kind of like you're in a musket, and you kind of like push down the bullet and whatnot. Kind of adjust it to where that it sort of sits center, and then screw that baby back on there. 1, 2, 3, Bob's your uncle, and it's ready to use again. Boom. All good as new. So super simple, super clean, copper contacts, great button, fantastic button. I can't get over the fact that it has a great button. Now let's move to the cons. The cons are very few in number, but they are significant. And half of them, okay, it's not half, but a majority of them are completely subjective. If you do let that copper contact get dirty and kind of like let it go, do its thing, and don't clean it, it will shock you after a number of times. Like if you hold the button for a little bit, it will shock you, which is not enjoyable. Let me tell you that. Before, like I got this as a hand-me-down from somebody, and before they clean the button, I would take like a 5-second drag, and it would shock me, which was not pleasant. Anyways, another con, and this is completely subjective, is that it doesn't have a floating pin. I enjoy floating pins because I think they're just a little bit simpler. But that's about it from the pins. Another thing that I don't like is the spring. I'm not a huge fan of springs. I like magnets because I feel like they are better with voltage drop. So, but that's just kind of my thing. Like I said, that's it. That's it for the cons. The cons are few in number, but one of them is very significant, and that's the one where it shocks you. Apart from that, this is a great mod. Super great weight. Super conductive. I love the pressure on here. The button has 4 pounds of fantastic pressure. So put it in your pocket, set it down on the table. Nothing's going to happen. Not going to auto fire, which is awesome. So stick your battery in there, blah, blah, blah. Another thing is that you actually have to stick it in from the top, which is not necessarily something that bothers me, but it is something that I should probably point out before you buy it. Which brings me to my next point, which is the price. The price is on a stainless steel authentic rig. If you get it online, it's going to cost about $159, $160. If you get it in copper or gold, which are the other colors that it comes in, it's going to range anywhere from $160 to about $230. So it's a pretty decent price for an authentic mod, but broke college student, I'm probably not going to do that. So, and the cloned is roughly around $50, so significantly less. Still great mod though. So in my next video, I actually just recently got my hands on an authentic AR mod. So like I said in my past videos, I'm going to be reviewing both authentics and clones. So be excited for that. I'm going to use it for like a couple more days, kind of get to know the ins and outs, its dirty little secrets, what makes it tick, what doesn't. All this stuff will make it perform the best. And then I will get right back to you on that. Let me take one more tug and I'll let you guys go. But yeah, look forward to that AR mod review. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe, and kind of get to know me, get to know what I'm up to, and get to know what kind of reviews are coming next. So, vape safe, be safe. Have an awesome day, guys. Later.